when I talk about Sukari, and they always say, "Oh, I love the bottle. I love the way it looks," but no one really understands the significance of the bottle. So even though Sukari was made for women, one thing that people fail to understand about the bottle is the curves. So as you can see, the curves of the bottle, the cutout, that represents the woman's curve, our curves.
Sukari Spirits have won bronze, silver, and gold awards, numerous. And it's not just about crafting exceptional vodka or winning awards. Rolesha is dedicated to making a meaningful impact on the community as well. She sponsors annual events like Steve Harvey's Harvey Foundation Golf Charity, Shaquille O'Neal's Celebrity Golf Tournament, and she supports initiatives hosted by T.I. Rolesha is one of the hardest working women with a true dedication of helping others through her genuine kindness. Rolesha Brown is the founder, creator, and the visionary behind Sukari Spirits. And she's going to tell us how she got started building a successful vodka brand from the ground up. She's involved in every aspect of her company to make certain the level of excellence remains intact and definitely exceeds the level of excellence that other vodkas offer in the market. Her vodka is like no other. It is unique in color, one of the healthiest drinks as far as alcohol is concerned. And Ro also speaks highly of her distributors. Kelly Family Distributors, the only Black veteran beer, wine, and spirits distributor in the nation. So let's hear the journey of Rolesha Brown and how she got started building Sukari Spirits.
Hi, Rolesha. Thank you so much for joining my webcast. I finally got the chance to sit down and speak to you. From the moment I tasted your vodka, I fell in love with it. Thank you. I have never had anything like it, any vodka like it. You name it, any vodkas that are out there, the different flavors that they have. I've never had anything that tastes so good. The one thing that I love about your vodka, one of many things, I'm just going to get this out there first for everybody. You do not get a hangover. So with that being said, Rolesha, I just want to take everyone kind of through your journey a little bit, how Sukari Spirits came about, with you being a minority, female-owned business with such an amazing, amazing product. For anyone who has never had the pleasure, you definitely have to taste it. So, Rolesha, why don't you just tell us a little bit of who you are and how you got started with your own premium vodka?
Hello, everyone. My name is Rolesha, or Rolesha Brown. A lot of people call me Ro. It's easier. I've been doing this since December 2013. Didn't have product until 2015. And I got into this industry around the time that the market was about to crash. I wanted to get into something that was refreshing and depression. And after getting out of the military, I was a government contractor. And when the market started getting real bad, what ended up happening was a lot of the government contracts were starting to get canceled. And after the market had already crashed I had already lost a lot of money in the market. And then on top of that, being a single parent with 2 kids at the time, I had already lost over $80,000 in the market. I had a property that was about to be short. I was like, I cannot be going through all of this and not knowing how I'm going to take care of my kids. So I was trying to find something to do. And if you all know, one thing people are always going to do regardless of how bad things get. They're always going to drink, smoke, gamble, and shop. Those
And
are the
eat.
four
And eat.
and eat. In fact, they're going to do that regardless. But as a female, thinking about going into the liquor industry, you always have to take into consideration what will make you different than everyone else in the market. I want to say that was probably the hardest thing to try to come up with. How to get into the liquor industry, create something that will make me different from everyone else.
So
And
how did you start that?
we had a partner that was like, hey, let's go into the gym industry. P90X. Yeah. I was like, no.
Yes,
I
yes.
got out of the military for a reason. I'm not trying to continue doing that every day.
Right.
I actually almost opened a retail store. I had already went through the whole process, choosing my inventory and everything. But the more and more research I did, when there's a depression or a recession, how are you going to get your inventory? If they shut down or whatever, especially if you paid them, they file bankruptcy. You never get your money back in your product.
Right.
He and I went back and forth and came up with a liquor brand. In my eyes, that was the better decision because, once again, people always come to drink. That partnership didn't work out, but I stuck with it. Became the sole owner of the business in February 2016. I redid everything from the formula to the text on the bottle. I even switched distillery from Oregon and found one in California.
Wow. With that being said, you doing that for those years prior to kind of like a learning curve for you, right?
I've learned a lot over the years. Can honestly say there's been a lot of ups, downs, trials, and tribulations. Crying in the middle of the night, asking myself, what the heck am I doing? Is this something I really want to stick with? But originally, my plan wasn't to be in this long term. My plan was to create bravers for entertainers who wanted to start their own liquor brand. So I actually have, right now anyway, about 21 different concoctions or different recipes for people who wanted to start their own liquor brand.
Like a white label, so to speak. You would create it and they would their label.
Exactly. That was my plan. I mean, I created something for Snoop. I created something for Peaches and Herb, and they're listening to their music. Like even the one I created for Snoop was Chocolate Delight. I really know what the delight part is. Only in California.
Right.
It was just different things that I was creating based off of their music or even just their pre-made cocktail in a bottle. But over the years, the ups and downs, learning all of the things I've learned, I started loving the industry instead of it just being something to just help make money on the side.
Right.
You're right. The brand name was a combination of he and I name, but when I took over, I switched it to Sukari.
What does that name mean? Does it have a meaning?
Yes, Sukari does. I mean sugar in Swahili and Arabic.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Started off with a vodka. Now I have a peach whiskey sour. I already have a wine, and I want to do a rum next. The wine I haven't put out there yet.
But you said that you were the first premium vodka that was fruit infused out. The first on the market.
Yeah, so I've been doing my research, double checking it because right now there are a whole bunch of liquor brands out there with infused liquor. There's always been like teas and stuff like that. But if you go back to 2013, anytime in 2013 or 2014, when we were in the process of making, there were no infused liquor, like distilled spirit, anywhere.
What is infused? Tell me what that is.
So infused is it actually has the fruits and vegetables in it, whereas artificial flavor, artificially colored, they're putting, I guess you can say, artificial flavoring, where it's totally clear. So that's why when mine came out, as you can see, actually red and color. Yeah, when I came out, people would say vodka is clear. Right, flavored vodka is clear, and I said because you're drinking artificially flavored and artificially colored liquor.
Wow.
Where ours is blood orange, dragon fruit, pineapple, pears, and the color comes from the blood oranges and beets. That's actually
blood orange. It comes from what colors? The blood orange and beets?
Yeah. So the color that makes it like this is blood oranges and
beets. Okay.
Yeah. So the color comes from whatever is in it. Same thing with our peach whiskey sour. It comes from whatever is in it.
Peach whiskey sour.
And then this, which you can barely see it, and this is our peach whiskey sour.
Another thing that I love about, I don't know if this is the same for the other two, But for the Sukari, the vodka, you
Yes.
can drink it straight. Ladies, you can drink it straight and it
Yes.
tastes like a fruity drink, but you're actually drinking vodka and you don't have to mix juice with it. You can drink it straight. Absolutely delicious. Was that part of your thought process to have a vodka infused that tastes so good you could just drink it up that
Yes.
burning in your chest?
Exactly. So that's before women really started getting into this industry. All alcohol, distilled spirits, were always so strong to where it burns, whether you're drinking whiskey, vodka, or anything. And we like to go out. We like to have our cocktails, but we don't like that burn. We don't want that burn in our chest. We don't want to be feeling it back here. We want to be able to drink something, relax, and enjoy it. So I wanted to create something which originally was supposed to be just for women, something that we can sip on, enjoy, wake up the next day, just like we hadn't drunk anything, go to work, go to school, or do whatever. And that was the premise behind Sukari. And even when I redid the brand, I wanted to make it as healthy as possible by incorporating more fruits and vegetables compared to when I originally came out with my other business partner. So now it's fruits and vegetables.
Tell me some of the attributes behind it. There's no sugar, no artificial flavor.
So the vodka is all natural, no preservatives, no artificial colors, no artificial flavoring. It's just blood orange, dragon fruit, pineapple, pears, and like I said, the color comes from blood oranges and beet. It's kosher, vegan friendly, gluten free, GMO free, and just it's still alcohol, but it's one of the healthiest that you can actually drink and not have to worry about a hangover.
It's for the men too. It's not just for ladies, it's for
No.
men. I love that it's for everyone.
Yes, originally, like I said, it was created for women, but over the years, men have been like, oh, I ain't got time for that woman drink. But I've converted so many men because it has just enough bite to where women still like it and they not get that burn, where men still get that kick that they want. It's 50 proof. You're still going to feel it. You're still going to you can get totally hammered with this and still wake up the next day like you hadn't been drinking anything all night.
Wow, that's man, bro. You just making us just want to have some. You're making us want to have some. So, what sizes does that actual vodka come in?
Well, we have the 750.
That's the 750 over there. Okay.
Yes. And then we also have the pint size of the 375.
Nice. And those I know can be purchased on your website. Why don't you tell us, like, where can these be purchased at?
Okay, so you can purchase on our website. For those that we're not in your state yet, you can purchase on our website at www.sukarispirits.com. Except for South Carolina. South Carolina changed their rules, so we no longer ship directly to customer in South Carolina. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Make that trip to Georgia.
Then you go. Just see, everyone has family in Georgia. They can have their family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Other than that, we are in stores in California. We just got into Nevada.
Yay. Nice.
We're all over Alabama. We're here in C+ locations in Georgia. But again, if we're not in your state, you can always order on our lines right now. We're licensed in Texas and Louisiana. So anyone that knows of a mom and pop distributor and willing to take on a small brand, we're looking. And so for those who don't know if we ship to your area and don't want to go to the website or can't maneuver through it, even though it is user friendly, you can always DM us, Facebook message us, and let me know, and I will let you exactly where we are in your area.
And I love that, Ro. I love that they can reach out to you. They'll actually get a response, right? I mean, you're out there in the public often. I see you on social media. You have so many different events that I see you at. You do tastings at different events. What are some of the events that you've gone to, or some of the individuals that you've done some of these events for? It's been some celebrity, what I believe.
Yes. So a lot of Black-owned restaurants, bars, clubs, if they're having grand openings or soft openings, we try to make sure we go and support and invite our brands to come there as well. We do Shaq's annual golf event.
Okay.
This is a golf charity event. We do Steve Harvey's charity event every year as well. Sometimes when they need people, T.I. does a food giveaway. We help with that as well. We just try to give back to the community. It doesn't have to be just our community. Anything that's helping with the homeless, anything that's helping with, I guess you can say, grandparents that's taking care of their grandchildren.
Nice.
Any charities that's dealing with Black education, charities that deal with special needs. Since I have a daughter that's special needs, we just try to participate, but definitely try to help Black-owned businesses that are opening. We try to go there and support as well. So for me, it's just been trial and error over the years and documenting different steps.
Okay.
So when people reach out to me saying, hey, I heard that you don't mind helping people. Can you help me, or at least let me know if I'm doing this right? So if someone's having a problem or they want to start their own business, I created this document, Getting Started in the Liquor Business. And it basically shows them what you have to do at the federal level first. And then once that paperwork and everything is done, what you need to do on the state level. Right now, I only have that document created for the different states that I'm licensed in. Okay. And then for the federal level, it's the same no matter what state.
And now you're talking about state levels, federal levels. Give me a bit of the red tape and things that someone have to go through. Just basics. What does someone have to go through?
Well, before you can even start your liquor brand or even start making it, I mean, you can start making it, but you can't sell it. You can't do any of that until you get a federal permit. And the federal permit is like saying that it's okay, you get approved by the federal government to even sell or make alcohol. So you go through, if you're a distilled spirit like me, you go through a distillery. If you're a wine, you go through a winery. If you're a beer, you go through a brewery.
Okay.
But they have to make the product for you. You can't just make it at home and sell it on the street.
Right.
You have to get permitted for that, even to be considered a manufacturer. Did you do this yourself, or did you have someone do it for you? And if you have someone do it for you, do you understand the steps? And if they don't, because they paid someone to do it for them, whether it be a business law attorney or a compliant person, or even go through legal zone, you're not going to always want to pay someone to do everything for you. You need to know how to do it to make sure they're doing it right. And make sure that your name is on your stuff, not theirs.
Oh,
exactly. So I try to educate Black, white, it don't matter. Try to educate everyone that's in this industry and try to let them know that I may not know everything. I'm just showing you what I've learned over the years, and to keep you from making the same mistakes I made of wasting the money that I wasted over the years because I didn't know. I didn't have someone to show me or tell. Because, and a lot of people know, whether it's the liquor industry or any industry, you always meet those people that say, oh, if you ever need any help, I'm here for you. Just give me a call, email me, or whatever.
Right.
Never do it.
Sounds good. Yeah.
I don't want to be one of those. When I tell people that, they know that they reach out to me, I'm going to respond. Just like you said, it could be Facebook, it could be Instagram, it could be Twitter. If you email us, I'm going to respond. So I tell people all the time, if I don't have anything, I have my word. If I don't have my word, nothing.
I love it. And again, and it definitely shows, Ro, and that's one of the things I love about you. Your spirit, just a beautiful spirit that you have overall, and the way that you also not only pour into yourself, but into others as well. And a lot of the times when people do something, you have to be careful because sometimes they don't want to put the work in, but not you. I've seen you on social media in those big like tubs. You had the white jacket on. And so tell me a little bit, what were you doing?
Well, that was me going live at the distillery when we're making either the vodka or the peach whiskey sour. And part of the reason why I go live is I want to show people that if this is an industry you want to go into, it is possible. I want to show us that if this is an industry, it is possible. Most people think this is not an industry for African Americans, but we actually started it. Look at all the ones that's coming out now that we come to find out it was started by someone Black and it was just taken away. Well, I need us, young, old, or whatever, to know that it is possible. Also, a lot of people are under the assumption that I just pay someone to create it for me. And I'm like, no, I start off in my kitchen first and play it around. Once I get it halfway the way I want, I go to my distillery and I love them to death. And they help me mass produce it. They help me perfect the flavor and everything. Because by law, I can't do that at home. But you have to go through, like I said, a distillery, a winery, a brewery to mass produce it. And when we're there, I'm in the lab. So I go live and let them see the whole process of what we do in the lab. I let them see the whole process of the bottling and the canning. And then once we're done with that, I let them see us actually packaging it, putting it in the boxes. We taping the boxes closed and gluing the boxes closed, putting them on pallets, and then they shrink.
Okay, Rose. So when you visit your distillery, you said that your distillery was in California. Is there a reason that it's in California? Are you looking to get one here in Georgia?
The reason why it's in California is because I originally lived in California before relocating.
Okay.
I just relocated to Georgia, I want to say fall 2018.
Okay.
So that's the reason why. And I am looking for a distillery here on the East Coast. I want to have one on the East and I want to have one on the West. So yeah.
So do you have to like physically go there?
You don't have to. I just choose to.
When you go there, is it when you're coming out with a new liquor? Is it just
So we go in the beginning. It's just me in the kitchen figuring out stuff. Then I eat.
Wow.
I email them, tell them what I want to try. They'll start doing different things, and then when I'm ready to do another production, I'll fly out there and we'll play around. I'm usually here on a Sunday. We'll spend like Monday and Tuesday in the lab playing around with the different things I want. But even before I even get to that point, I have to pre-order all of the ingredients, like whatever fruits or vegetables that I want to use or juice concentrate. I have to order that in advance. So it's already there by the time I get there.
Oh, wow.
And then we spend those 2 days in the lab and mixing and tasting. A lot of tasting, people. A lot of tasting.
Is there a farmer's market or something that you do?
Well, since my product is kosher, I have
Okay.
to use vendors that are kosher. Same thing with vegan friendly. I try to avoid stuff that has a lot of chemicals and pesticides. But we have actually fruit and vegetable vendors, but we also have fruit and vegetable flavoring vendors. And the difference between that is that they've already processed the fruits and vegetables for us and already have the flavoring already done. So the natural flavoring for whatever I want.
And so now you're looking for a distiller in the East Coast. What is that search like? I mean, is it just easy as Googling or how do you find it?
It is very, very difficult because trying to find a distillery that's kosher certified or vegan certified, it's not as easy as it may seem. Yes, a lot of people are becoming more health conscious, but when you're looking at distilled spirit, there aren't too many distilled spirit distilleries that are kosher. And kosher is expensive. That's another thing people don't realize. Any certification, whether you're a manufacturer or even a brand owner, you have to pay for that. Like for me, I'm kosher certified. The Orthodox Union sent a rabbi all the way to my distillery, and they went through this whole long process of inspecting everything from the tanks, the hoses, to anything that the liquor has to go through, touch, or whatever has to be inspected and make sure they meet that guideline. So what I'm offering you people, I mean, what I'm offering all of you is not just a quality product, but it's a quality product because I was in love, blood, sweat, and tears, but in trying to offer something that is as health conscious as possible. So I'm like, a lot of people are trying to live a little bit healthier, and even though I know people living healthier, people still gonna drink. So I've been trying to make an alcohol or have a brand that is like I said, as health conscious as possible. It is still alcohol. You still have to drink in moderation. But if there's anything I can do to help the process by offering all natural, no preservatives, no artificial flavors and colors.
So if you are going to drink, do it at the most healthiest form, right?
So the peach whiskey sour is a peach infused rye whiskey with a lemon apple sour. So, and we added the apple to help tone down the whiskey so you don't get that when you drink it, you're like, to tone it. So it is a nice lemon cocktail, and just like the vodka, there's no hangover with it either.
Now, when I tasted that, you had mixed it with the juice. Can you drink it straight? Like,
peach whiskey sour, you can drink it right by itself. Since it is a cocktail you can sip on. If you want to make it a little stronger, you can add your favorite whiskey if you want. But it's 25 proofs in a can. Really need to add anything else to it.
What is the general can flavored beverages? That you just give me an idea of what the proof is.
Well, for mine, it's 25 proof in a can. So 25 proof, you're looking at 12.5% alcohol by volume. but most liquors out on the market, a lot
Right.
of them are 4, 7, and 9. And I've only seen maybe 1 or 2 that came out after I did as a 14. But that's usually moonshine or other of the cocktails. But yeah, I want to say we was the first one to come out with 25 proof in a can, but I'm gonna have to double check. But I
Okay,
think
but you were definitely up there. You were one of, if not the person, right? But without
Exactly.
research, you don't want to put your foot in your mouth, right?
Exactly. That's why I always double. People always crack jokes saying that people are copying us, and I was like, "What you mean?" Like with the can, now you see a whole bunch of cans out of cocktails or higher proofs than what used to be out on the market. And now with our vodka, we've been out. Like I said, we started December 2013. We actually were in the market in 2015, but even though we had product prior to that, like really 2014, it's just that it wasn't in stores until 2015. We were already licensed and doing charity events and stuff like that in 2014 with product. So it's like the more we got out, especially in the state of California, the more you start seeing a few years after that, more brands popping up with infused.
Wow.
When you're small, exactly. But when you're small and no one knows you, people automatically gonna assume that you just jumped on the bandwagon, not knowing that you were the one that had that wagon, put the wheels on it,
Right.
and, drove around for people to see and copy off of.
Right. But the bigger names, they can take it, and of course, can get it out there for the whole world, basically, to see.
Exactly. You're supporting a woman on business. You're supporting a veteran on business. So you're supporting a Black. I love it. So when people send us videos or send us photos, we'll repost. We'll have it in our story. We'll post it on our page. We want people to know that we appreciate their support of our brand, because it could be anyone else it could be supporting, but they're supporting us. So we make it a point to post their videos and their photos.
Nice. And I also want to make mention, when you see the bottle, when you go to the package store and when you buy it and when you pick it up, what are they going to see?
So they can see it. Hold on, guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn my flashlight on my phone so you can. The little floaties in the bottle. That is the fruits and vegetables that is in it. So
it's not clear. Like it's
yes, you can still see it at the bottom. So the reason why you see that, guys, is because once again, it is all natural. No artificial flavoring, no artificial color. What you see in it is the fruits and vegetables that's included in the bottle. So most vodkas are made from corn, potatoes, wheat. Our vodka is made from corn. That's what makes our vodka vegan, because it is made from corn and not from wheat.
I was going to ask you that. What makes it vegan? Is made from corn, not wheat. Okay.
Yeah.
And it won't go bad. What is the shelf life of
it? It is all natural. So I tell people, you can put it in your freezer, let it freeze. You can put it in your fridge, but do not put it in direct sunlight, because just like with all fruits, they do ripen. And same thing with my alcohol. Even though the vodka preserves it, it's still fruit and vegetables in it, and they will ripen and start turning colors. And the only thing that happens is it'll turn brown. It'll start turning like a brownish color. But it also gets stronger, from what I've been told. It ain't too many people that actually held on to it long enough for me to see that. So we have to test out that theory by me leaving it on the windowsill in my kitchen. And yes, after a while, I think it took some it started turning brown. I'm like, ooh, I don't like that color. But the sediment, the fruit will break down and it settles to the bottom. And then the rest of it is start slowly turning brown. But it got stronger. Oh my goodness.
You should have never said this. Everybody gonna keep it on their windowsill now. Nobody's gonna.
No, don't do that, people. Please don't do that, because it is still all natural. My peach whiskey sour is a hot toddy for that very reason. You heat it up, it becomes stronger. And the same thing with my vodka. You add a little bit of lemon, you heat it up, you drink it like a hot toddy.
Yeah, and do you have recipes that you offer on your website as well?
Yes, and I do need to update that, but we do have a whole lot on our website.
Now you had mentioned something, Ro, about being a broker.
Yes.
Okay. Now, tell me about that.
So, broker is like the middleman between, I guess you could say, between the distributor and the state. So, for brands that want to get into the state of Georgia, you have to have a broker. That's the person that files paperwork to register you in the state. But I became a broker because there were so many liquor brands that said that they've been having so many problems trying to get into Georgia. Me being one of them in the beginning, that I went ahead and got licensed to become a broker to help brands, get into the state of Georgia.
Wow, that's so
yeah.
nice. That's
Yeah,
nice. It's like you're solving these problems as you go along. You used to
Right.
have blinders on to create a beverage to try to make money. You 100% are standing behind it, and you're really attempting to open doors for others. What I absolutely love about it, that you're opening doors for others and you're doing it wholeheartedly. And even if there is a small dollar sign attached, at least they know that they're going to be dealing with someone who is open, someone who's honest, someone who is not a fraud. And that's huge. That's really huge.
And I've had people walk up to me. I could be doing an event. They'll stand around and wait until my line is short, or until my line has gone away, just to ask me questions. And I can't answer all of their questions. Then I usually give them my business card and say, hey, just reach out to me. I promise I will answer. I promise I will reply. And I promise, I guarantee you.
Wow.
So, between events, helping my daughter with her homework, and then trying to make sure I spend time with my 6-year-old, I still try to answer return everyone's calls, return everyone's emails, DM, and Facebook.
Wow.
All that.
That is a lot. Well, I mean, definitely, like, I take my hat off to you. I really do. You're doing this as a mother of 3. You have a 6-year-old daughter, you have an adult, and then you have one in between.
Yes. So my son will be 25 next. My daughter is 19, and I have a 6-year-old. Yeah, I have a big gap. I know. It was a surprise to me. And my son is in the military. My daughter attends college in Atlanta. If you have kids, you're constantly learning. If you have a business, you are constantly learning. Never think that you know everything in your business, because you don't. I am a firm believer. I don't. I tell myself I know nothing, because the rules are constantly changing. The regulations are constantly changing. You are learning daily. And as I learn, I document. And as I document, I share.
Nice. I love it. Well, listen, people, if you are not convinced after everything that you heard Rolesha Brown speak about standing behind her product, Sukari Spirit, don't even believe me, right? Because I don't want you to think that I'm saying this because I have her here now. Absolutely not. It is delicious. It tastes so good. It's good for you in the aspect of it being a spirit or beverage. Make sure you look them up. www.sukarispirits.com. Sukari Spirits, look them up. You're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you have your website. Did I miss anything?
We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have our website, and we always on our Instagram posting where there's going to be a tape. And whether that tasting is ours or our distributor. Our distributor is Kelly Family Distributor here in Georgia. They do tastings with our product as well. So looking forward to hopefully seeing you out.
Yes. And again, like she said, stay abreast of social media, because it doesn't stop there. Sukari Spirits is everywhere, especially in Atlanta, constantly at different events that are going on. And you get to go to some nice events and network and meet people. But Ro, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on, taking time out of your extremely busy schedule that I know that you have going on, to educate us a little about this industry, and also to let us know what we're drinking. And it also makes me look at some other brands with like a little eyebrow up, like, So when I'm looking at the label, I kind of know a little bit of what to look for. So I just want to say thank you so very much.
Well, thank you for having me.
You are most welcome, Ro. Take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.